Hi, this is Lara from Elliott Wave Forex and Elliott Wave Stock Market with a free US dollar index Elliott Wave analysis for you on the 2nd of December. This is my main wave count. At the end of the analysis of this wave count on a 3-yearly daily and a daily 1-yearly and an hourly chart, at the end of that I'll go over a couple of alternates I have at the daily level for you. This main wave count sees the dollar in a cycle degree wave C to the upside. We've had an end to primary 1, an expanded flat correction for primary 2, which has perfect relationships between A, B and C for an expanded flat. It's textbook perfect. Thereafter, within primary 3, we've had an end to intermediate wave 1 and an end to intermediate wave 2. It's a little further down since I haven't updated this chart for a little while. And intermediate wave 3 to the upside has begun. A midterm target for the end to intermediate wave 3 is at 99.06, where it will reach 1.618, the length of intermediate wave 1. So that's a target that may be achieved in a couple of months or so for the dollar. Taking you now to a daily chart, just for the last 1 year, with this black 1 and this black 2. Is this black 1 up here and this black 2 down here, and here's our nice strong zigzag look for intermediate wave 2 with a nice clean 5-wave structure for A, a really obvious 3-wave structure for B, and a really good 5-wave structure for wave C. Thereafter, if we drew a trend channel around this wave 2 black to the downside, it's been comfortably breached to the upside, so I've taken the trend channel off to make this chart a little cleaner. We've had at minute or pink degree an end to a first wave and a second wave, and within pink wave 3 we've had an end to 1, 2, 3 and 4, just ending probably today, and then we'll have wave 5 green to the upside to end wave 3 pink. This wave count will be confirmed at the daily level with movement above 88.66 because wave 3 black must move beyond the end of wave 1. And like I said just before, the target for wave 3 black to end is a 99.06, where it reaches 1.618, the length of wave 1. That's a long-term target, a couple of months or so in the future. Importantly, this third wave at green degree is slightly shorter than this first wave, so this upcoming fifth wave cannot be longer than wave 3. Taking you now to an hourly chart where this green 3 and 4 is this green 3 and 4 up here, and this fourth wave also can't move into wave 1 green price territory, therefore prices should not move below 79.99. It's likely we have an end to this simple zigzag for wave 4 green here, with a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave structure for A, a sharp little zigzag for B with a long C within it, and a sharp 5-wave structure to the downside for wave C. At 81.78, wave 3 pink will reach equality with wave 1 pink, and at 81.94, wave 5 green will reach equality with wave 3 green. So that's our upside short-term target for wave 5 green to end wave 3 pink for the next 5-wave structure to the upside. That should look something like this. 81.94 is also a maximum limit of this fifth wave at green degrees. It cannot be longer than the third, because the third is slightly shorter than the first, and one of the core rules of Elliott wave is wave 3 can't be the shortest. So I expect that downwards movement for at least the short term is over, and this overall upwards trend has resumed. We should see a nice 5-wave structure, either a diagonal or most likely an impulse, somewhere up to this target zone. That may take a few days, about a few days to a week or so to end. I want to have a look at a couple of alternates on the daily chart level for you now. This is a daily chart for the last 3 years. This is looking at the possibility that the dollar's in a triangle structure at cycle degree with a primary A, B, C, D, and working on now the early stages of primary E to the upside. A couple of invalidation points for this contracting triangle. Wave E can't move beyond the end of C, so upwards movement above 88.52 invalidates this count. To the downside, wave D, if it extends any lower, cannot move beyond the end of B, so any further movement below 74.18 would invalidate this wave count as well. I think this is an unlikely wave count because although we could see this A wave, we could see subdividing into a 3 with an A, B, C. It's very difficult to see this B and C wave both as 3-wave structures. Only one out of the 5 waves of a triangle is allowed to be an impulse, and B and C in this scenario both look like impulses. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty clearly to the downside for this wave, and this upwards movement has a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's a triangle here, 8, 9, which is an impulsive wave count, so it's very difficult to see either of those as a corrective 3-wave structure, which would be a requirement for this triangle structure. So for that reason, I don't think this is a very likely wave count. Here's my other alternate on a daily chart for the last 3 years. This sees the dollar as having had a 4th wave at primary degree and working on a 5th wave to the downside. It's possible to see this structure as an ABC. That's not too difficult. This structure to the downside is an impulse. That's not a problem. The problem with this wave count comes with this wave to the upside must be seen as a corrective zigzag. And as I just said before, it has a pretty clear count of 9. So I have a problem with trying to see this upward structure as a corrective wave for a 2nd wave at intermediate degree. If price remains below this point, this scenario is going to look more likely, because we could then see this downwards movement as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then still to have a 5. But if 4 moves into 1, then at that price point, this wave count, this alternate, is going to look even less likely. It'll be invalidated when price moves above 88.52, as any 2nd wave correction within wave 3 black can't move beyond the start of the 1st. It would be confirmed if price moves below 74.18. So a couple of alternates for you. I expect that for the next little while we're going to see upwards movement for the dollar, and this wave count, this main wave count, which I prefer, all the subdivisions fit very nicely, will be confirmed when price moves above 88.66. That's all for me with your US dollar analysis. If you would like analysis of the euro dollar, pound dollar or S&P 500, you'll find it on my sites.